Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we all know what we're doing today. Today is my January monthly wrap up. I had a really good month this month compared to other months lately because I was in a really huge reading slump for months. So I'm finally starting to feel like I'm coming out of it. I read 6 books this month, which I have not read that many books in a very long time. So I was super excited. I had such a good reading month. All the books I read were very, very good. Um, so the first one that I finished was The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Um, this I actually read within 24 hours. It was such an easy read. And it's like, I think it's barely 300 pages. Yeah, it's 301 pages, and it was just so cute and so good. I literally could not put it down. And I thought about this book for weeks after I finished it. It was so good. So the gist of this book is I have to read the little what is this called, synopsis, because I honestly forgot their names. But so Hannah is a bodyguard, and she is assigned to be the bodyguard for Jake Stapleton, who is, I believe he's an actor. Is he an actor? Yeah, I think he's an actor. He comes back because his mom gets sick and he has a stalker. So Hannah is assigned to be his bodyguard. And it's a fake dating situation. His parents don't know that he has a bodyguard, so they have to pretend that they're dating. And it's the cutest book. I loved it so much. I think a lot of her other books are on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm really excited to read those when I just need a little bit of fluff. But this was a great start to my reading year for sure. And then after I finished that, I read In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. And I wanted to make sure that I read this fairly close to Christmas because it is a Christmas book. And I didn't get to it in December, so I wanted to make sure that I read it early enough in the month that it didn't, like, I don't know, like, we kind of lost the Christmas vibes, you know? Um, so this book is about Malin, and every year her family and her like parents, friends, and their family meet up at this cabin for a week over Christmas, and they like have like competitions, like snow, what is it, like snowmen competition, like things like that. They just do a bunch of stuff over that week. And a couple of things happen, and a tragedy actually happens, and she wishes that she could just live everything all over again, that day all over again. So she literally relives that whole vacation all over again until she figures out why, like what to how like what she needs to do to get out of this loop. And it was really good. It was again, it was fluff. It was really cute. I actually think that this is going to be something that I read around Christmas time every year because I really enjoyed it. Oh, I don't even think I gave you my rating for this. This, I think The Bodyguard, I definitely gave 5 stars. I think this one I might have given 4 stars or 4.5 stars to. Um, because there were just like a couple of things, I don't know, it just what it didn't feel like a 5 star to me. um but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I think I gave this one 4 stars. And then after that, I picked up Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I'm not going to say it again. Actually, I am, but you guys already know that The Nightingale is my favorite book ever of all time. And so I really wanted to read this also so I can watch the show because I've heard that the show is very good. Um, and I gave this 5 stars. This book, her writing just does something to me. Like, it's just, like, honestly, you feel like you're a character in this book. Like, you feel like you're a part of the story, and I just love it so much. It broke my heart into a million pieces. Of course, I gave it 5 stars. I finished it and immediately went out and bought the second book in the series because the second book is called, I think, Fly Away. Um, and I'm so excited. I still have not watched the show, but Yeah, I'm very excited to watch it. So the synopsis of this book is it's basically just going through this friendship between Kate and oh my gosh, why can I not? Her name is Tully. Her name is Tallulah, but she goes by Tully. Or Tully. I don't know. In my head, it was Tully. But so they become friends when they're in, I believe, middle school, and it's just taking you through their life as they grow up and kind of go in separate directions and things like that. I did give it 5 stars. There were a couple of things that kind of bothered me about this book, but to be honest with you, like, it all came together in the end, and 100% it was a 5 stars, hand down. There was no way that I was not going to give this book a 5 stars, but there was a couple of things that kind of bothered me a little bit. Like, I'll just I don't know if this is spoiling anything, but I just kind of felt like Tully or Tully, I'm gonna call her Tully. I don't know. She just, like, I don't want to say showed Kate up, but Kate always felt like she came second to Tully. No matter what they were doing, she always came second. She felt like her light was not as bright as Tully's, and I don't know, that kind of bothered me a little bit. But like I said, like, in the end, um, it all came together, and it was such a beautiful story. I loved it so much. I cannot wait to read the second one, but this will break you. So I needed some time before I picked up the second one. I needed a little bit of a break. I needed some fluff in between. So I look forward to reading that, but this one was so good. Like I said, 5 stars. And then because I needed a little bit of fluff, and also this book, well, I'll just tell you what it is, and then I'll explain why I wanted to read it closer to, like, Christmas time. It's called Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. And this is about a Christmas tree farm, which is why I wanted to read it still in winter. It didn't really have to be close to Christmas, but I did want to still read it during the winter time, because it's about a Christmas tree farm. And oh my goodness, this book blew me away. I was not expecting a lot, to be honest with you, but this book blew me away. I loved every single second of it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. Immediately went out the next day after I finished it and bought the other 2 books in the series. There's a fourth one coming out um in the fall of this year, and I loved it. I ate it up. I ate it up so much. It was just so good. It was so good. Um so this is about, oh, I can never remember their names. It's not because I'm not paying attention. I'm just really bad with names. It's the same in real life too. I'm just very bad with names. Um it says she enters a contest, but it doesn't say what her name is. Stella. So Stella buys a Christmas tree farm, and they're kind of struggling money wise. So she enters into this competition, or this contest, that this influencer, her name is Evelyn, which Evelyn gets her own book, but she enters into this contest, and on her application she puts that she owns this Christmas tree farm with her boyfriend. They run it together. And she decides to fake date her best friend, and I can't remember what his name is either. Luca. His name is Luca. He's her best friend. They've been friends for 10 years, and so it's a fake dating, you guys know how that goes. And it was just like, it was the perfect amount of fluff that I needed. It was just so, so, so good. I loved it so much. I cannot wait. I actually have the second book sitting right next to me. I'm gonna start that one next. I'm so excited to get to it. I loved it so much. I don't even know what it was. It was just so good. So good. Also, I think Love Light Farms, and then the second book is In the Weeds, and then the third book is, oh my gosh, what is the third book called? Um Mixed Signals. Love Light Farms and Mixed Signals are on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know why In the Weeds is not, but it's not on Kindle Unlimited, but the other two are. So I highly recommend them. And they are a series, but they're interconnected standalone, so you can read them separately. I did read a couple of pages out of the second book, and I could already kind of tell that, like, you really don't have to know what is going on in this book to read that book. So I highly recommend the whole series, even though I didn't finish the series, but I highly recommend it. They were just so good. I just love them so much. So that was that one. And then the next one I read, I don't know if, actually, I forgot. I don't know if I gave a rating for this. I think I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads and 4.5 stars on Storygraph, because I started keeping track on both of them. I think I like Storygraph better, but we're not going to get into that. Anywho, and then the next book that I read, I finally got to November 9 by Colleen Hoover. And oh my God, you guys, I have never cried how I cried during this book. It was insane. To be honest with you, I don't know if this is unpopular opinion or not, but this book is my favorite Colleen Hoover book. Reminders of Him was great. I loved it. I loved Verity, but I feel like you cannot compare this to Verity, because like this is hardcore romance, whereas Verity was more of a thriller. But like, it ends with like, I just loved this. I ate this up. It was so good. It was so heartbreaking. I don't tab books. I bought sticky tabs because I'm already looking forward to rereading this book and tabbing the shit out of it. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I already want to reread it. Like, it was just it's so good. So the synopsis of this book, for those of you who haven't read it, since it took me forever. So, this girl, what is her name? Fallon. I literally just finished it. I don't know why I can't remember their names, but anyway, Fallon and Ben decide that they're gonna meet at it's at like a different location every year, but they're always gonna meet. They're always gonna come back to each other on November 9, and so each part of the book is just you going through each November 9th that they spend together over the course of 5 years. And it is just, oh my God, I just loved it so much. It was so good. I honestly could not have predicted the ending, which I know Colleen Hoover is notorious for her like twists and turns towards the end. It was so good. I just love this so much. I gave this 5 stars. Like, hands down, it deserves 5 stars. I'm super excited. Like I said, I already cannot wait to go read this again and tab it up, because there are a couple of things that I do remember I did want to tab, just like certain things that they like say. I don't know, but yeah, I'm so excited. I cannot believe I put this off for so long, but I'm so happy that I finally got to read it. And then the last book, which I actually just finished last night, I finished Thrive, which is technically the 6th book in the Addicted / Calloway Sister series. So for you guys who don't know, it is the second to last book for Lily and Lo. It was good. I think I gave it 5 stars. So in Thrive, okay, so the series goes the first 3 books. So there's Addicted to You, Ricochet, and I think Addicted for Now are the first 3 books with Lily and Lo. And then you get into Rose and Connor's story, which is, oh, I can't remember it. I can't remember what it's called. Kiss the Sky, and then you get into Reich and Daisy's story, which is Hothouse Flower, and then you go back to Lily and Lo in Thrive and Addicted for Now, or Addicted After All, I think, and then you go back to the other 2, Rose and Connor's book, and then Reich and Daisy. So you're kind of like, so I think it's 2 separate series, but that you read them together. So Thrive is basically you're just going through all of the events that happened in Kiss the Sky and Hothouse Flower, but you're seeing it from Lily and Lo's perspective. So I think on Storygraph I did actually give it a 4.5, but on Goodreads I gave it a 5 star, just because like a lot of things were repetitive, but to be honest with you, like, I still cried like a baby. I just love I just love these characters so much. You really do grow just to love them. Like, you, again, like, you feel like you're the seventh wheel. Like, you just feel like you're going through life with them. And I just love their connection. I don't know. I love it so much. So that's the only reason I knocked off half of a star for Storygraph, was because a lot of the things were repeated, and it was just the layout of the book was a little bit confusing to me. But it actually was good that I read it, because I haven't read a book in that series for a couple of months, so it was like a good refresher. Now that I'm back into it, maybe I'll finish the series within the next like 2 or 3 months, because once I'm in it, I'm in it. I cannot stop reading those books. They're so good. But yeah, so that was Thrive. That was the last book. It actually is January 30th. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish any more books. I'm barely into one book. I started another book today on my Kindle, so there's no way I'm going to finish another book. So, yeah, overall, I had a really good reading month. 6 books is a lot for me. I mean, my average has been like 3, 4 books if I'm listening to audiobooks, but I really, really, really had such a good reading month this month. I do have a couple of new exciting things coming for the month of February. I think I'm gonna do a bookshelf tour, or a bookshelf tour. Because I did get a new bookshelf for Christmas, and I have it set up and everything. I also got a TBR cart, so I can show you guys that if you guys want to see that. But other than that, my next video is probably going to be my February TBR, which I have no idea what I'm going to read. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for spending this, well, to me it's Monday night, but thank you for spending this evening with me. Let me know if you've read any of these books, and let me know your thoughts on them. But I will see you guys in the next video very, very soon.